Hi.
Hi.
Hey, Ally. Hello.
Hello. Here we go. We got everybody.
Allie and Jeff, Sherry, I can almost see you. There you go. Now I can see your face.
Hi.
David.
David, how are you?
Hi, Jake.
Hey, guys.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, David.
See you waving, David.
Hello.
Let's see. So we wait a few minutes?
Yeah, we might want to wait another minute or so. We've still got a few people getting connected. Okay. There's Toby. Hi, Toby.
I see Linda.
I
No.
see Linda. Well, I see her name. I don't
I
see
see
her
Linda's
face.
name. I see Linda's name, but I don't see.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there. I see her.
Oh, there we
Well,
am.
I see.
There's Phil. Hello, Dad.
There's
Hello,
Toby.
hello.
All right, Shelley, I think it's about
Okay,
12:01, so why don't we get started?
okay. First, I want to welcome everyone to the 73rd annual meeting for the Hendel Family Association. It's our fourth time on Zoom, so people in different areas can join us, which is really great. I want to remind everyone that the meeting is being recorded. And please mute yourself unless you want to speak. First, I'd like to introduce the Hendel Family Association Board in alphabetical order. Allie Hendel, Brenda Hendel, Don Hendel, Mark Hendel, Barry Schiff, who has agreed to be the vice president and the next president of the Hendel Family Association. So thank you, Barry.
Yay.
And Diane Smith and Stephen Smith. Without their hard work and dedication to the family, we would not have been able to achieve anything. Now, Mark Hendel, who is in charge of our family archives, will now show us our 5 ancestors.
All right, so
They're
Shelley,
the children of Alexander and Sarah. So
Yeah.
let's see if we can identify them, if anyone can identify them.
all right, so Shelley had this idea to see if we can all identify who's who in our family history. So let's start with this. All
Boy,
right, who's the first one?
Anyone know? Anyone guess?
No.
Let me just remind everybody the names of the different people. There's Solomon, Samuel, PJ, Richard, and Julius.
Oh, the brothers.
Okay, maybe Mark, you better tell us who's who.
Okay. So the first one is
Solomon.
Solomon.
You gave it away,
I did. I hit the button twice. Darn it. All right. So everyone saw the next one is,
Richard.
yeah, gave it away. Let's see. Well, this doesn't want to go. Why not? Oh, don't do that to me.
Oh, they all came.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what happened. It's not reacting to my thing. So that's Richard. Right. That's Samuel. Does
Samuel.
everyone, this is the names of our branches, right? All right, we got 2 left.
PJ.
Close.
Julius.
I bet everyone's gonna get the last one.
Yeah.
PJ.
All right.
Looks like Groucho.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and if anyone doesn't know which branch they're in, just ask
Yes.
and we'll try to figure it out. Okay, now Mark has some photos with unidentified people. So, Mark, can you put up a photo? And if anyone
Yeah.
knows who it is, please let us know.
So this is a picture I have from our family. I'm not 100% sure it's the Hendel side. It could be an outlaw side. I know no one in this picture. So does anyone know anybody in that picture?
Yeah, David, maybe you.
Mark, are you sure it's in Europe?
I'm not 100% sure of where it was taken or when or who it is.
You know anybody in this picture?
Can he tell us,
This looks familiar.
Mark, can you tell us who it's
No,
from?
no, he doesn't know anything.
I
about
don't know. Yeah, I don't know where it's from. I have no idea. I scanned this from a bunch of pictures I found, I think at Toby's house, but I
Okay,
don't remember.
all right,
So
so
it-
that tells us something. Yep,
Yeah,
that
it-
tells us-
It
Okay.
may be my grandmother's side of the family. See, I don't know.
Okay.
I just don't recognize anyone.
Well, they go back pretty far, I think.
Yeah. Well, let's try another one. I don't know
another
anyone. Let's try another one. So, the person in the middle looks familiar to me, but I don't know who these people are either.
The one in the middle looks like Irving.
See, that's what I thought.
It looks like Irving, but the other two,
I
I don't know. And
I
if
don't
they're
know.
from your collection, then it's probably not
Yeah,
Irving.
but the one in the middle definitely is Irving.
No, it's
I
not.
think so too. And
Yeah, absolutely.
That's not disappearing.
I have a good picture of Irving that I sent you, Mark.
yeah,
Let me
we could
see.
compare.
I
Okay.
can quickly look at that because it's in my,
It definitely is Irving.
I'll tell you in a
I mean,
minute.
maybe those are two of
Yes,
his
yeah.
colleagues or something, or someone he
Yeah.
went to school with, or
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's Irving.
Okay.
So I had a really good picture of him. That's not the one that I had sent you.
Yeah, I think I have that. Another one is, look at the one
Yeah.
in the middle. Is that him
Yeah.
also?
That's
Yeah.
Irving. That's Irving. David, right?
No, I don't think
Yeah,
that's right.
that's-
I don't, we'll see. I had a really good picture of Irving I sent you though.
Okay, we'll
The
compare.
one on the right could be Morris.
No, no,
Well,
it's definitely
I don't
not.
know.
Saying no.
I've looked at all the pictures 100 times. I'm not sure that's Irving either. Let me see if I can go back. Cause
It's a great picture of Irving shaking hands with Morris and Hilbert before they left.
I have that.
And that's
Oh, right. Yeah.
and that's Irving. And there it is. That's the picture.
I have the picture.
And that's it.
That could be Irving.
That's
yes.
Irving.
Yeah,
He's-
I think it is.
I have a right-on picture of him though. Let me see if I can find that also.
All right.
I have all the,
He's the most handsome of them.
all right. So the one thing that I know about Irving is that he does have a widow's peak. And that guy does. Here's Irving.
Yeah.
I could send that. Let's see if I can get that to go up. Let me make it go this way.
He's handsome like David.
Uh-huh.
Let me
Thank
just,
you.
Okay,
you know what? I'm not sure that's Irving. Here's Irving. He has
They're the
rounder eyes.
spitting image of each other.
You're not really-
Well, I didn't want to start any arguments with this. I just was hoping somebody might help, so. All
I
right,
could send one out that I have right my phone. So
okay,
he has a
do
widow.
that, and we can compare.
Same person.
okay,
Right,
well,
so-
thank you, Mark.
Yeah, it's again, just something fun to do while we're
Yeah,
doing our introductions here, but
mail. Do you want me to send this a message or is mail?
either way is fine.
All right, I'll do this right now.
Okay, well, next on the agenda is the in memoriam section, where we remember those we have lost since the last annual meeting. And Barry, can you tell us about that?
Yes,
Show
we've
the
lost
photo.
5 members since our last meeting. Harold Lake was 90 years old. He was from the Richard branch. William Wakefield was 91. He was from the Samuel branch. Martin Wakefield, 62, was also from the Samuel branch. Philip Hendel was 84 from the PJ branch. And Dick Antiput was 98 from the Richard branch. And may all their memories be for a blessing.
Thank you. Here are the photos. Mark vastly improved the photos. Thank you for doing that.
Sure.
Okay. Next on the agenda is Handel's Helping Handles update. And that is the fund that Sunny began a few years ago so that people who need a little help can get it. So Jay, can you tell us about that?
Sure, Shelley. Thank you. The fund was seeded exactly 2 years ago with lead gifts from Sonny and Brenda and their children, and also from the Seymour L. and Rita Hendel family, and a number of others contributed generously as well. In the 2 years, the fund has provided 3 grants of approximately $5,000 each to 2 different family members. It has been over a year since there's either been a contribution to or a request for funds from the Hendels Helping Hendels. This program is administered jointly by myself and Sherry Turner, and we also consult with Brenda Hendel prior to allocating a grant from the fund to ensure that she's comfortable that the grant meets the original intent of our beloved late cousin, Sonny. The fund currently has $68,583. It sits at the M&T Bank. Sherry and I have access to it. It is in a non-interest bearing account because we would have to file taxes on it were to be in an interest bearing account. So all that's in it is the corpus that remains following the grants. It is also handled by an anonymous third party who is not a family member, who is trusted, and who is the only person who knows the identity of the Hendel family member requesting the support. Lastly, Brenda, Sherry, and I have made known to those leading the Hendel family reunion that we be happy to accommodate requests per Sonny's original intent to help subsidize those family members who need financial help in order to attend the reunion next August.
Great.
That's it.
Yeah, thank you, Jay. Thank you. Now, Brenda, can you read the minutes for us?
The minutes
then we
for,
will approve it.
I'm assuming you want the December of 2022.
Yes, the annual meeting from last
Annual
year.
meeting. Okay, it was the annual winter meeting. Okay.
It
the
was
winter
I
meeting-
think it was December 11th.
December 11th, right.
Yeah.
Okay. The winter meeting was started at 1:04 on December 11th, 2022. President Jay Takath greeted everyone. And the agenda was, we did in memoriam for Sandra Hendel, Murray Hendel, Philip J. Hendel, Rolling Babe Koss, Moshe, was it Levinas? A moment of silence was followed. I then gave the minutes of the 2021 meeting, and after reading the minutes, they were approved. The next item was a recommendation for bylaw we had to do to have a historian added as an official officer, and that being Mark Hendel. Next item that came up was that there would be a 2-year term would be acceptable for officers. Then there was a report on the 2022 picnic. The 2022 picnic was a success with 35 people attending. Kenny Hendel covered the cost in memory of his father, Ted Hendel. There was $50 that was collected for uneaten food. The total cost of the picnic was $1,443.16. And David and Gail picked up the food from Hartford. Philip Antipet cooked and bought the food. Barry also cooked. Pam and Liv worked the games. Peter Marcus gave the toys. Diane also gave a report. A report of the reunion planning was given, and it was decided the Saturday night would be at the Coast Guard Academy. Jay then turned the meeting over to, let's see, let me start all over there with that. The August of 2024 reunion was talked about, and Pam and Jay were in charge of the picnic. Potluck brunch would be at Steve and Diane's. Steve and Ruth would have a dinner. Hotels and inns would be looked at and decided and given, their costs would be given. Jay then did a reflection of the term as president. Among things that were hoping to be doubled was a scholarship fund, the HH fund, which gave 3 grants out. The meeting was then turned over to Shelley, who would become the new president. The vice president was Barry, historian Mark Hendel, treasurer Diane Smith, legal secretary Donnie Hendel, secretary Brenda Hendel as officers. Mark Hendel presented a wonderful presentation of what he had done so far, and the meeting ended at 2:10. Submitted Brenda Hendel.
Okay, thank you. Can we have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
I make the motion. And, okay, we second it.
Second.
Okay, so the minutes are approved. Okay, next on the agenda is the picnic. Pam, can you give us a report for the picnic?
We were a very small group this August. We tried to cut back on the purchasing of food to try to save some money, and I think we did pretty well, not having a lot of overage. And we also tried to eliminate some redundancies in food. I think those who were there had a good time. Moving forward, I think maybe we can somehow minimize the cost of coffee and donuts, which that in and of itself is over $70.
Yeah,
So I don't know, maybe we can find a local bakery or somebody who sells donuts cheaper, or use Entenmann's or something. And we unfortunately only had one youngster, Stephen and Diane's grandson, Asher, was there for a little while. So we did not have many games or prizes or anything. Also, the fact Waterford Beach now restricts egg toss and water balloons. So the games moving forward will have to be more interactive, like 3-legged race and things of that nature. And, you know, once RSVPs start coming in, we'll know how many kids and everything. And one of my suggestions was to keep food somewhat under control. When we send out registration forms, just ask people how many hot dogs, how many hamburgers, how many veggie burgers. So at least we just have a general ballpark and we're not overbuying by hundreds.
Right, we can try that, definitely. I'd like to make a motion that we increase the price of the picnic to $15 for anyone over 13. Under 13 is free. But we've kept the price at $10 for a very long time. So
Second.
you approve that?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Hi. Okay. Okay, great. Next on the agenda is the treasurer's report. Diane, can you give us the treasurer's
Just
report?
Okay, I want to say that that Phil and Barry worked really hard to get the cost of everything down this time, although it was still high. And I'll go into that in a minute. I think the big thing was we tried again to do the ice cream truck. And it ended up, the total loss was $537, and I'll do that too, but the truck itself was $228, and we all felt that it was a good thing to do for the reunion, but maybe to think twice about doing it on a yearly basis, because it's just so much of our overage. Did anybody have any thoughts on that?
We
I'm
could,
okay.
we could also buy our own ice cream and just keep one, put it in with some dry ice in a cooler and have it that way, 2 or 3 flavors, and call it a day.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah, I think it'll be a big hit at the reunion, just because of the number of people and, moving forward, definitely buy our own.
That sounds right.
Yeah, we can decide that closer to the picnic.
Yeah.
Shelley, in the past.
I
when
think ice
bought
cream
dry-
is a good idea.
Hi, when I bought dry ice, it can be really expensive. And I'm not sure how you do it so that the ice cream it's Rhonda over here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how the ice cream stays, soft enough to scoop. It's just a question, and I know that when I've needed dry ice, it can be expensive. I'm not saying it's not a good idea, but it's just something to keep in mind.
Think about it in 2025 or whatever.
Yeah, there is a place locally on Crossroads that sells dry ice.
Well, hello. Thank you. What a nice card. Thank you.
What was that?
I don't know. I muted him, so it's fine.
Okay.
We can decide about the ice cream. In fact, that's one of the committees needing volunteers, the picnic committee. So right now I can give the reunion update. First, I want to thank Allison and Lori Cora for all their work as the co-chairs of the reunion weekend. Yeah. I also want to thank Mark for all his help with all things technical regarding the reunion weekend and in general. Thanks, Mark, for handling the Zoom for today's meeting. Okay, so the weekend will start off on Friday night with a potluck dinner at Steve and Diane's. What happened? Something happened. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Saturday, let's see. I know something happened to my computer.
Now we can still hear you and see
Okay,
you.
fine. So Saturday morning is going to be the brunch at Ruth and Steven's house. My husband Steve is going to come fix my computer while I speak. Okay, the gala is the evening of August 17th at the Coast Guard Academy. Everyone must remember to bring your ID on Saturday night or you will not be admitted to the gala. We will give the people at the gate a list of everyone attending. And if you don't have an ID, you will be sent home. And also be sure to send family photos by December 15th so that you can be included in the montage that Lisa Marcus will be making. And the annual picnic will be on Sunday at Waterford Beach. The cost of the entire weekend for one child over 13 and the adults is $75.
Oh, that's a lot.
Which I think is a bargain. And volunteers for the reunion weekend are needed for the following committees: the 75th Reunion Book Committee, the Welcome Hospitality Committee, the Candle Lighting Committee, where we have the oldest and youngest member of each branch lighting a candle, The Child Care Committee also needs volunteers, and the Picnic Committee, and also the Lyman Allen Museum Committee, which is a new committee we just set up for people who want a tour of the Lyman Allen Museum after the brunch. You know, there's not much time, but there's a little time. And we can meet in the Hendel Library and then have a tour of the museum. And and then now, actually, that's the end of the report. So Steve, can you tell us about the fundraising for the reunion and the Hendel Scholarship Fund?
Sure, Shelley. So for the fundraising, we determined our goal based on an estimate of the costs for the reunion. And Lori and Allie and I kind of put our heads together for a back of the envelope estimate. At this point, based on the $75 registration fee and estimated costs, we're looking at a deficit between the revenues and the costs of about $20,000. So we're setting a goal for our fundraising of $20,000, at least $20,000. We're not quite sure because Sportees, which is the provider, the supplier of our baseball hats and aprons and T-shirts, has just changed hands. So we don't have a final price yet on those items. So we're not quite sure what the costs are going to be. So we may need a little bit more, but at this point we're shooting for $20,000 in fundraising. And as of today, we've already raised in pledges, I'm pleased to say, $15,900. So thanks to the generosity of many of our family members to date. And we've got a fundraising committee of myself and David Hendel, Mike Smith, and Keith Turner. And so we're going to be going out in phase 2 of our fundraising campaign to come up with the rest of our fundraising and reach that goal, if not more. Anything in excess will go to our scholarship funds. In terms of our scholarship funds, we have 2 that family supports. The Hendel Family Association Scholarship Fund and the Dr. Isidore Hendel Scholarship Fund. The Dr. Hendel Fund has a balance of $20,970, and it paid out a scholarship of $852 to Scott Pathias. And the Hendel Family Association Scholarship Fund, thanks to Jay's campaign, has a funds balance of $144,425 and paid out a $1,500 scholarship to Shania Lawson. And there was a profile of the 2 scholarship recipients in the Hendel letter. And if you haven't read them, I'd urge you to read them, especially Shania Lawson's profile, a very moving profile. Again, the goals of that scholarship is, as our forebearers facing challenges as they came to this country and overcoming those challenges, the scholarship recipient likewise facing many challenges and overcoming those challenges, and certainly Shania met those criteria. So that's my report.
Amazing job
Great job.
fundraising.
Yeah,
Steve.
thank you.
Absolutely unbloody believable.
Can I make a suggestion possibly for on the invitation as far as a fundraising?
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait.
Oh, are we?
No, we're not yet.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sure.
At our temple in the past, when we've had events that, you know, people might have trouble paying for or whatever, even if you don't say that, there's very often a line at the bottom, you know, if you can give more to subsidize, you know, pay whatever. And it just might be a way of getting some of the people who you're not contacting, you know, I'm sure you have certain people that you know you can contact for donations, but this might be a way for some other people who wouldn't have thought of donating to add, you know, an extra $15, $20, whatever, maybe make it a $25 so they're paying $100 a person, whatever, something like that.
You're
Just a
absolutely,
thought.
absolutely. That's part of our plan. We will
Okay.
absolutely be doing that, but that's a great idea.
Yeah, but it should, right on the invitation, it should give them that option and,
Yeah.
Mark and Ally are doing the end.
Okay.
We're doing the.
Yeah, we won't have room because we're working on the template for the actual return for the RSVP, but there will be a cover page
Mhm.
with all kinds of information, and that's a
That'd
great place to put it.
Yeah, that'd be
I
good.
made a note of it.
Yeah, I know that we've always gotten people who are willing to throw in an extra few dollars here and there. And,
Yeah, and those people
Yeah.
will be, we will acknowledge those folks who do that, even if it's $5 or
yeah,
whatever.
right, exactly.
On the sponsorship list as well, yes.
Exactly.
Regardless of the amount, anybody who can help out will be acknowledged.
Perfect.
Okay. So I think we're ready for Mark.
Okay.
There's so much information on the family website.
Oh, boy, there is.
And
Yeah.
so
let me-
now we're going to let you show us what we
Yeah.
have.
And I've shared this before, but I just want to remind people that the Hendel Family Archive is out on a Google Drive. You should all have access to it. If you don't, let me know. Steve has sent out the link to this many, many times, so I know a lot of people have it. When you get to the drive, I've divided it up into folders. And again, if you send me pictures of people, places, things that are important, they will go out here for future generations to see. For example, under family mementos, we have a lot of these pictures, some of which I don't know what year they were taken or where they were taken or who's in them. But we have all kinds of pictures. We've got things like a map of the Baltic region, so you know where Pustov is, for example. We've got, I have my grandparents' marriage certificates, both in Hebrew and Lithuanian. I have the death notice for Solomon Hendel. Recently, we have pieced together a translation of the back of a postcard that told us exactly the date that Solomon Hendel, or I'm sorry, not the postcard, but the gravestone itself. We translated that and we found out the exact day that he died. We hadn't known that in the past. I've got things out here like this coloring book. I don't know if anyone knows this, but there was a mystic coloring book at one time for the Mystic Seaport. And I don't know if anyone knows it, but this is my cousin Brian and my cousin Bruce and their mom Simi
Cool.
posed for
Yeah.
this coloring book. So, I mean, there's things like that out here. Here's a trophy. Who sent me this? Someone sent me this. Maybe it was that you, Allie? I don't know. Someone.
No, but I have some other things from the 25th, but not.
Yeah. So that's
didn't
like
get
one
the
of the trophies that people got. I mean, there's a lot of interesting things on here. I wish people would take a look at it. We've got some of the Hendel history. I put out, I own the Kiddush cup that there's the gravestone, by the way. I own the Kiddush cup that my grandfather Bernard brought over from Lithuania. It was handmade. So I have a picture of that out there. So there's things like that. So it's not just people, it's things we want to save. All the Hendel letters are out there, but I am missing some. So if you have any that you can share with me of the missing ones, please let me know. We have a Zoom folder. We have a picnics folder. I just this weekend, uploaded all the pictures from the recent picnic. So thank you, Allie, for doing that for us. She took a great number of pictures at the picnic. There they are. And I think one of my favorites is this one.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I know the dog's name, but I don't know who these people are. Who are those two people?
My nephew Sam and his girlfriend.
Oh, okay. Does the girlfriend have a name?
I don't know.
The
Okay.
dog's name is Bialy.
Yeah, that I knew.
Yeah.
Somehow we knew Bialy's name, but I didn't know Sam's name. Okay.
Sam is Lori's son.
Yeah.
Okay, that helps me. Okay.
Jennifer-
Lori's
Jennifer's
son
the
and his
girlfriend.
girlfriend Jenny.
Jenny. Sam and Jenny. Okay, perfect. That helps a lot. And then one thing I just wanted to show everyone that I don't know if people know is out there is underneath the folders is this Excel spreadsheet. And whether you have Excel or not, it will open for you. But what I'm trying to do is document every single thing that's out there. If it's a picture, who's in it, those kind of things. So if you want to look for a particular person, let's say, for example, at the picnics, you can just go up here and pick. Here's all the people that are listed in the pictures that we have so far. You can pick a person and it will bring up the pictures that have that person in it, and then you can go look at them. So
Right.
yeah, so this is an important part of it, but that is why I keep asking people who's in the picture, when was it taken, where was it taken? Because I like to put the year that it was taken as the first thing, then the people, and then possibly where it was taken in the archive. So that, again, future generations need to know this information, and there's no other place to put it. So again, thanks, Shelley, for letting me show people again. Please take a look at all this information. It's very interesting. And please, if you have any more, if you have pictures of people or things or places that are important to the Hendel family, get them to me somehow so we can get them out there so people can look at them.
Yeah, thank you, Mark. You are really incredible.
Thank
I
you
make
so
a
much.
motion that we double the archivist salary. That is.
Oh, excellent. So twice zero. Wait, I have a degree in mathematics. Hold on, I'll figure it out. I'll send Diane a bill.
Yeah,
Amazing job, Mark.
Thank you.
it'd be a
Absolutely
big bill,
incredible.
believe me.
Yeah, lots of thinking in there too.
Yes, yeah. A lot of help too. I've had help from others.
Okay, well, thank you.
Could
Now
we-
I'll give my report and the year-end summary.
Can we go back to Diane? I don't think she finished. Did you finish, Diane?
I don't think I started. Shelley, do you have me later on with the report?
Treasurer's report.
Treasurer's report. I wasn't called on, so I didn't give it.
Oh, I thought you did.
Oh,
She started to. We started, and then we got into picnic stuff.
Yeah, we got it.
We got into the ice cream truck and then lost Diane.
Yeah, I didn't know. I just made a comment on the picnic, really, on that one. Okay, do you want me
Okay,
to
so
do
do
that now?
it now.
Okay, right now we have $25,493.03 in the checking account. Last year at this time, we had $20,140. And we've actually done really well with dues this year so far. We've collected $1,040, and that's pretty high for us. A lot of people have remitted their funds. We collected an additional 60 was collected in dues for 2024. I don't know what that is. Anyway, oh, I know that's the next year. So some people paid twice. They paid for 2023 and 2024. So I just pulled that out and I said that amount will go into this coming year's dues, the $60. So expenses for this year included donations of 50 each to the Community Foundation of Eastern Connecticut in the total amount of $250 in memory of Philip J. Hendel, Harold Lake, Bill Wakefield, Martin Wakefield, and Richard Antipin. Printing and postage were $21.29. And I have to thank the family because just about everybody is online and has been getting a colored copy through their email, which is a wonderful way to look and actually keep the dues in their own files. The summer picnic, 39 adults and 1 child attended the picnic. We collected $390 at the rate of $10 per adult. In addition to this, $49 was collected from family members who purchased uneaten food for a total of $439. The total cost of the picnic was $976, and then that included parking reimbursements. The net loss this year was $537, which the family covered this year and has been covering in the past. The reunion expenses. so far, the total expenses that we've paid out are $303,328. The total income in the form of sponsorship so far is $7,400. So we have actually a balance of $4,000.71, where we're actually in the black right now for the reunion, and money continues to come in. So that's really great.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
I
Thanks
move-
so much.
Are there any
Yep.
questions?
Well, you have to- I move we accept the treasurer's report.
You don't want to ask?
Okay.
Okay.
The discussion comes after the
Okay,
motion.
so Steve's telling me to
I'm the
send it.
parliament.
Ellie has something. Ellie,
Yes,
you
I
had
approve
something?
it.
No
Okay.
questions. I was just going to second.
Okay,
Got to keep the treasurer honest, you know.
I'm not
We approve
bonded.
it. Thank you. Okay, next on the agenda is my report. So first, I want to thank everyone for giving your update.
Was there approval of the treasurer's report?
By acclamation.
Okay, by acclamation.
I thought we approved it.
Okay.
Have we approved it now?
Now we
Okay,
have.
I think we approved it. I want to thank everyone for giving your updates. And before the meeting concludes, I would like to give a brief summary of the year. I began as president last November. We had 4 board meetings so far this year, and we spent a lot of time planning for the reunion. We also identified large numbers of Hendel cousins in Boston and New York. So we decided to have a New York regional event. We scheduled Hendel's Go to Broadway on June 1st, and a small group of us went to see the Tony Award-winning play Parade, which was produced by 2 Hendels, my brother Stephen and his wife Ruth. We had lunch before the play and very much enjoyed our time together. Next year, we hope to schedule another New York event. And if anyone, wants to think about volunteering to host, that would be great. And also in the Boston area, we would like to find, a place to do it. In August, we had the annual picnic, which was a huge success. As we gear up for the 75th reunion, I want to announce something new. We are going to have 5 mini documentaries made by a company called Arbor Story. One member from each branch of the family will be interviewed by Zoom for 30 minutes. The company will then edit each interview to 14 to 16 minutes, which we will put on the website. Lisa Marcus will possibly use some of these videos in her presentation at the gala. And the next time we all have the opportunity to see each other in person will be at the 75th reunion. You should have received the fabulous postcard that Mark made. So mark your calendars. Yeah, Mark, maybe we'll put up the postcard. I love this postcard. Is that the best?
Yeah.
I love that. So
Hope
August
everyone
16th,
understands who that is.
Yes.
Sander.
It is.
That's incredible. It really is incredible. So I want everyone to mark your calendars, August 16th to 18th. The Hendel family reunion is not to be missed. Does anyone have any questions or any other business they want to bring up?
Barry,
Yes.
Barry and I are the return address for the postcards. And as I've been updating Allison and Stephen, we've gotten quite a few returned with undeliverable addresses. I'm just want to make sure that everybody has actually gotten their postcards now, or like if their children say we didn't get one or something. Like, for example, Allison, do you know if Brud got one?
Yes, he did. I did check. He did get his.
Okay,
I posted it myself, so.
okay.
And you knew his address was right.
I do. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, we're up to 25 within the US returned.
Yeah, and so Pam's plead is very important because when we make the final mailing list to send out the actual invitations, we
Absolutely.
want to make sure we get people correct. So Steve keeps the main list of addresses. And when that is finalized, he sends it to me and I run the code to get the labels made. And so we have to make sure everyone's address is right by at least the next spring, please.
Yeah, everybody, when Pam has been sending me the incorrect, from the post office, not being able to be addressed, I've emailed, and almost everybody has gotten back to me and said, oh yeah, we've moved 3 times since
Yeah.
that address, and they've given me the new addresses. And when I email them, I send them a digital copy of the postcard, so that at least they've gotten the digital card. So I think we're going to be in good shape by the time we send out the actual registration materials.
Yeah, my biggest fear is that the postcards I sent to Israel went out on October 4th, right before hell broke loose. So I don't know if they, received them. We could try sending them again, but I don't know.
They haven't been returned, so hopefully.
No, but it's overseas, so I don't know if they would be returned.
Internationals won't be returned on a postcard.
Right.
Ellie, you're sending them out by email also, is that correct?
No.
No,
I am not, no.
maybe at this point, given what's going on, it might be the best way to reach people.
Steve could probably do a mass mailing to everyone again.
Yeah.
But I know I did ask Pam and she posted it on the family Facebook page. So there are some people that read it there, hopefully. But yeah.
I have some.
David, you're muted.
Unmute.
There you go, David.
I have a question. Do you, in the minutes, does it tell us how many people attended the very first picnic? Because I remember being there.
49.
It's
Do you
in the
remember how many?
50th
No,
reunion book.
I'm just asking if it's in the minutes.
David, it's in the 50th reunion book.
You know what? I actually read it. It was online, and the first meeting in 1949, they did tell how many people, but I don't recall the number,
Okay.
but
Oh,
it's definitely
thank-
there.
thank you.
It's definitely there.
I'd like to say that Shelley has done an incredible job this year. I mean, how many hours a day she must be spending on this? She's contacting everybody for every part of what the family does. So I just want to
No,
congratulate.
thank you. But really, it's the two of you. We would not have an organization without you. Thank you so much for all you do every day, every day. And I want to thank everybody for being here today and joining us and learning more about the Hendel Family Association. And most importantly, to come in person in August for the 75th reunion.
And we're still in need of volunteers.
Yeah, we definitely need volunteers.
Yeah, there's some committees that need populating.
Right. And Allie has been doing an amazing job with Lori. And I didn't even mention all the committees. I only mentioned the committees that need volunteers, but the list is so long, and this event would not happen without all your work for several years. By the time
Ellie?
it comes, it will be years.
It will be.
Ellie?
Yes.
Can you or Allison email me the list of volunteers and I'll put it on the Facebook page?
Sure. I can email that to you.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You mean the all the committees we have thus far and the volunteers that are on them?
No, just the list of committees you need volunteers.
Oh, needed. Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then if so, would they, because I don't Facebook, would they contact you, or would they make a post and say to you?
I'll post your address, your email address. Because it's a private page. It's only family.
I know. I don't.
All right, then I'll have them answer me and I'll.
Yeah,
forward it to you.
that would be best. I'd appreciate
Okay,
that.
that's fine.
But I'll get that to you, probably not today, but early this week.
Whenever, it's fine.
Okay.
Hey, Ally, do you know when information on the blocks of hotel rooms is going to be ready?
It's already out. It was in the Handle letter.
Okay. I don't know. Can you hear me? Can you hear
Yes.
me? Okay, I don't
Yes.
know if the Mystic Marriott was on that list, but I've taken them off because they required that if we didn't use the block of rooms, we were still gonna have to pay for 80% of them.
Oh, good.
So I took them off. I don't remember if I put them on.
Yeah. Yeah, so that list is already up and running. It was posted on the, I think Steve put it on the first page of the Handle letter, I believe. And they need to be reserved no later than mid-June, I think, because then they'll release the rooms. So. And then when it'll be later, much later, but in the spring, when the official RSVP form and cover letter go out, all that information will also be on the cover letter, but I don't know. We only have like 10 rooms per hotel. So I at that point, I won't know how many have been taken already. But
So Sherry, the Mystic Marriott is listed on the
Okay,
Handle letter. So it must be on the official list, so we can take
well,
that.
I just, for some reason, last week, let me just double check everything. Maybe it's my OCD, I don't know. And they said no, that they would require that we pay for 80% of the rooms that we're not, even if we're not using them. And
Oh, forget
I'm
it.
taking them off, but I called the other hotels just to make sure. And they were okay. All right.
thank you, Sherry.
Wow. So I think, should we make a motion to end the meeting?
Before we do, I have one quick question. There's been a friendly discussion in the chat. I don't know if you all know, but Zoom has a chat feature. And so I'm just going to solve the mystery for the three of us who are chatting. But Diane Smith, how long have you been treasurer?
Her whole life.
That I said since the beginning. That's
Probably
what I
since-
said.
I
Oh.
would say since we moved back,
Well,
probably
since
since
Francis died.
yes, no, before that.
Oh,
that's what-
It's before that, we
So
know, yeah.
probably, I would say 1980 would be my guess.
Wow,
1980.
23 years.
My mom died I replied to Mark, my mom died 17 years ago. And Diane, you started before my mom died.
That's right. I think probably 5 years after we were
Okay,
back. I think
so-
your mom probably did it for 5 years while I was here.
Yeah,
And then
so
I
let's
tried
see.
to,
Yeah,
I
Rhonda's-
tried to give it away a couple of times and people gave it back to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kelly, I'll move
She's
that
gonna
we,
need a 50-year anniversary award soon.
yeah, that's right. Hillary's the one that brought it up, so, yeah.
Hillary, my daughter Hillary, or just?
Yeah. Yes, your daughter.
Yeah, you'll be a hard act to follow, Diane.
Mm.
All right, Shelley, I'll move that the meeting come to an end.
Second.
Okay, I second it. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Take care,
Bye-bye.
everybody. Bye.
Take care.
See you all soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.